Hello, good morning, good morning. I hope everyone had a great night. Today is day 22 of 120 days. You may not know that because my last two videos have not uploaded, not working. I think I know why. So I rebooted my computer today. I'm hoping this helps, but I'm going to push through. That's frustration, thing number one. Two, I'm not doing meditation today just because I'm out of time. I woke up at 5:30 and everything, but I have a lot that I'm doing at work. Um, that's outside of my core work, and it like took up that time, which is not self-care at all. It's not what I'm supposed to be promoting these 120 days, but accountability on all realms. So not going to happen overnight where I figure this out. It's a work in progress, but I'm not going to have time to do my meditation. I also want to talk about a couple things. So forgive me for the inconsistency with videos uploading. Again, I'm trying to hold out. I do not want to buy a computer. I keep telling myself it works. It works. If you don't. But I also am motivated to post. So like, I'm just hoping in the future. And I don't have the time. No, I'm not making the time to redo videos that I did. Because just, I don't know, it don't seem as authentic if I got to redo it. But that could change. I want to do another 121 days, 20 days. So we'll see what happens, right? But first 22 days been kind of weird because it's not all the videos. Anywho, I still want to set my tone because I'm still going to take my vitamins and everything. And I just want to kind of talk. So, lighting my candle. The waking up part is getting easier. Granted, 5:30 is still early, but for the most part, it's working well. I also want to incorporate consistent weekends. So, I want to do that. Put your lavender on. Just feel myself in the shower. Positive energy, positive vibes. Knowing that I am wonderfully made, wonderfully chosen, and that things are going to come my way that I can be able to overcome. I will have the energy to be the best version of myself because that's what I deserve. So, that felt good. Anywho, yes, I've been yeah, so no, yeah, I forgot. Brain fart. It's a weird day. Like it's busy. And I may do like a 5 minute meditation. I think I need to calm my spirit because I feel really anxious just because like I said, I feel a little bit overwhelmed with things going on at work. Um, but yeah, but let's take our vitamins and let's kudos to how I've been feeling. Like I'm seeing like an increase in just like feeling good. I feel a decrease in pain. And that's what I said this is for. Like, all these changes wasn't to see like a massive weight loss or anything. Like, I've been there, tried that, done that. Like, it's that my inside needs to be cleansed at this time. Like, I need to be able, on a good patch energy. I need to be able to deal with my emotions and anxiety when things come my way. I need to be able to have consistency when it comes to how I respond to people because I'm not perfect. And like the EMDR with my therapist, like there's a lot of stuff that's like coming up mentally, and it's like it needs to be addressed. Um, I realized that just with going through like earlier memories, I I've never felt safe with family. Like it's not just because of like situations I have with my sister. It just overall safety of I have food or somebody be able to take care of me or where I'm gonna go. So like I've held that in to the point where I'm just always on like people pleasing alert because if I please you, I know you're not gonna leave me or abandon me or you're gonna take care of me. And even though I end up taking care of them, so it's like don't know what that means. I think I just don't want to be I have abandonment issues there. And then also when it comes to my kids, just like overcompensating in every area because I want them to always feel safe. But yeah, didn't always provide safety. And when I say that, like not like in dangerous situations, but like working multiple jobs with my oldest and everything and things like that just because I just want to survive. Because for me, having things having a roof, eating was safety, but I realized it wasn't. And I realized reason why I have such great relationships with strangers, meaning people I never know, I trust them more because even when I was younger, strangers make me feel safe. They were the ones that took care of me. Like I think about like my stepfather and everything. Like at the end of the day, he took care of me. He made sure I was okay. And I think about other people coming into my life, they didn't try to harm me. They didn't leave me without, security. So I'm at 34, successful woman, black woman. I never really dealt with the stuff. So now like that I feel like I'm in a good place when I think about career and I'm not trying to look for the next thing. Um, I have the time and the space to kind of take care of myself mentally. And again, I know I keep saying mentally because I'm not focused on the physical like I used to. Like, yes, I'm moving because of the fact that I want to be able to be more flexible in my body, and I want my body to feel good. Like every time, like let's take our gut check right now. Every time I take things like that, I just think about my organs doing happy dances, right? Like happy body, happy heart, right? And it makes me happy to provide cleansing to my body versus stress to my body. My body needs a break. I know my body needs a break. So if anyone doesn't appreciate this 120 days, I know my body does. But yeah, all that was going through my mind. I finished my body keeps score. And like as I just thought about my childhood, like I got really emotional. And, I was at work. I went to the meditation room and I did like a 5-minute anxiety meditation because I realized like figuring out how to deal with my emotions is how I'm going to be successful. That's how I'm going to go get to Shaniqua 2.0. And it's not always easy. It's overwhelming sometimes, but it's worth it, right? And I do appreciate the ability to do that. Immunity boost. I hear my stomach just it's actually saying yay, but that hurt it. Anywho, we're also on day 5 of the cleanse, the detox too. So I told myself I wasn't doing anything on the weekend. I think I said this already, but again, that's changing. I'm going to start doing my processes on the weekend too, because it just doesn't stop because it's Saturday or Sunday. Mind you, I'm not going back to like old bad habits, like sitting there like just drinking my life away. But I'm actually like I need to get up in the morning and do this. I need to make sure I'm staying on schedule with my movements. Um, Things like that. And since I have your undivided attention, I haven't really addressed the drinking thing because I will say like I'm gonna do a video, but I usually don't because doing 2 videos in a day just it's not something I want to do either. So for me, I think I always had a handle on my drinking until probably around the age of see, EJ's 3, I'm 34. Probably around like 30-ish. So I worked nights as a manager virtually. So like morning, like every day, like not every day, 5 o'clock somewhere. Cause I was just getting off work, right? So like wine to help me sleep, or what is it? Dr. Father Fruit beer, like stuff like that. And then I also was with someone who drank too. So it's like he worked nights as an engineer. So it's kind of our thing. But even then I was still able to find the balance. I think for me what shifted was when I got rheumatoid arthritis. And I know people talk about addiction. I would say it's real, especially when you're diagnosed with something and you have other underlying emotional things going on. when I was diagnosed, they didn't know what was going on with me. Getting the proper diagnosis of medication was super hard. So drinking became a way to cope. And like, it still wasn't that bad, but like, as I look back, I say it wasn't that bad because people were telling me that it wasn't that bad. And I appreciate the people in my life. I really do. But I also know myself, and like, I don't think people understand what it meant to be a functioning alcoholic. And then and substance abuse runs in my family, like really, really deep. So yeah, so like for a long time, I dealt with that. It never got to the point where it jeopardized work or children. And I would say marriage, because it really did jeopardize my marriage. Kudos to my husband, because like he went through a lot with me trying to figure out who I was. And at that time, I was just so angry, and like drinking just made me even more angrier. Um, but for me, the turning point was when I was not able to like just function. Like I don't know. I could function, but I couldn't function. Like I wasn't here, and that bothered me a lot. So that's when I started therapy. This is the first time I started therapy because I had been in therapy for like probably 3 times in my entire adult life, right? This is the first time I started it to just kind of address this issue because again, it was really hard for me to figure out what addressing that meant because everybody around me saying, "No, you're fine, you're fine, you're fine." Deep down, I'm like, "Yeah, I'm." You say I'm fine, so I guess I'm fine. I'm thinking in my head, I'm not fine. Like, yes, I'm not in the corner with a paper bag. No, I didn't lose everything, but like I'm mentally killing myself. So yeah, so that's how me and my relationship with my current therapist. So we're going on. Let's see. I want to say 2 years, but that was the start. The start was to address and get a hold of drinking to a point where I had two choices. One, I figure out how to control the drinking, or two, I figure out how to stop drinking altogether. I had wanted to do I'll just control it. But again, one glass of wine to do became like this, what happened. So we had to revamp what that looks like. I went the route of I just don't want to drink. That was going well for a while until I got this great opportunity, new role, came back Michigan home. Ugh. I was not okay with that decision. I didn't think I've ever been okay with that decision. That was like I love okay. I love my family because they're blood. I do not like being around family. It's too much. It's too triggering. And then it's just the underlying tone that some people just do not like me. And I think, again, going back to that people pleasing, I found myself in a situation where I would try to please people. This was all my life, aka sisters is a big one, who deep down did not like me. But again, I wanted to be liked. And at the end of the day, getting liked get you hurt. So, and I can't blame just her for that situation. I have been able to take ownership too because the main ingredient of that, like, well, two was underlying animosity, and then drinking. Like I said, drinking runs in my family, and I have some family members, like my sister, who can really drink, and they think they're functional, but they're still hurting people, and anger issues run in my family. It's so many. It's a recipe for disaster, and I realized that once that situation happened, once I got past the it's your fault, your fault, I didn't do anything. And once my husband and my therapist was able to kind of show me that like accountability, no, you did not deserve, no one should ever put your hands on you. No one should try to like kill you. But accountability of situations and understanding where people really lie in your life. So that was a big thing for me to figure out. And that also was my realization that my chapter there with family, certain family, with the state was over. I mean, that book was closed and tied. There was no reason to keep reliving that or thinking that I had a space there. I didn't, and that's okay. as a conclusion, it's okay to outgrow spaces. If people still feel comfortable in where they're at, that's fine. But I never have. And that's one thing that's always been great about my growth and my journey is that I'm able to thrive and grow about anywhere. So I say all that to say that once that situation kind of came to a head, I switched my thinking in regards to what does it look like realistically for me to drink. Now, mind you, I had slip ups in regards to situations like what the heck, but it's a conversation that me and my husband was able to talk about, and communication with my husband, I think, was the biggest thing that kind of helped me grow and prosper from there. So I say all that to say that I'm in a good space now. Um, it's not always peaches and cream, but I've learned to deal with things in other ways. I've learned to kind of just figure out what my emotion looks like. I still have days where things aren't perfect. I still have days with me and my husband and getting into it. Kids are getting on my nerves. I have triggers, not as much anymore, thank God, where I randomly think about my sister and it hurts, like stabs my heart. But they're not as frequent, and I'm so thankful to God for that. And I know that I'm able to kind of like figure out what that looks like. So I hope that gave a good backstory of like me. Like again, the drinking thing is not why the journey is happening. The journey is happening because I just want to get to another emotional place. So once I was able to control the drinking, that was Shaniqua 1.5. Shaniqua 2.0 is being able to thrive in all her glory in this and not be so emotionally triggered by every little thing that happens to her. So I say that to say I hope this video uploads so you can see it. We'll be back tomorrow with the meditation and everything, and have a great day. Bye.